this afternoon, but for now, relatively dry conditions, although the rain is coming down just a little bit. The expectation is until 6 p.m. they will have playable weather. But the story of this game is not the weather. It is about Pete Crow Armstrong. He's been the story all month long. He has been the best hitter in all of Major League Baseball since the end of May. And since then, he leads the league in hits, slugging, and total bases. So because of that, he was awarded National League Player of the Month honors, and rightfully so. Now, the story with Pete has been not only the power, which has always been his best offensive skill set, but he's been getting on base via a walk rate north of 10%. So he was addressing the media today saying he knew he would get hot at some point. It's just correlated to when he's been moved to leadoff.
I don't know. I guess I just look at it as a slower start this year, and yeah, absolutely. Like, changing scenery could help. But like I've said when y'all have asked me about that, you know, in the past here, like I should, like, moving forward, I think what I've really gained from like switching to the leadoff position and having real success there is, like, you know, being able to take that level of commitment to a spot into any place in the lineup. Like, if I was still hitting 7th and 8th, like, I can still be that same hitter that I've been over the last month and some change. So.
And it's been that approach that's allowed him to have success. But again, the most remarkable thing about this stretch is he's swinging less, he's getting on base via walk, and the power has not been sacrificed, because sometimes when you focus on getting on base, you don't slug as much. But for Pete, that has not been the case, and the Cubs certainly welcoming that. So the National League Player of the Month will be on display coming up next. But first, we have our keys to the game after this.
After I had my accident, people told me I need
/PSA.
Board. Okay. Chicago Cubs baseball is presented by USAA. And time now for our keys to the game. And they're brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers and by one Jim DeShays.
Yeah, run, Forrest, run. The running game should be in play for the Cubs here this afternoon. Herrera, the catcher for the Cardinals, is 0 for 23 trying to throw out would-be base stealers. And Andre Palante, the starting pitcher, base stealers are 9-0 when running against him. So expect to see PCA and the boys trying to swipe some bags. Bushwhack, we usually don't get too excited about a 6 at-bat sample when you talk about these hitter-pitcher matchups. Michael Busch is 6 for 6 with 2 home runs against Andre Palante, and Dansby crushing it. Yeah, obviously he has been red hot. 386 over his last 11 with 8 home runs and 5 home runs over his last 2 ball games.
Cubs take the field. David Peterson on the mound. And the Friday Baby Blues as we get ready to go. And let's take a look at the lefty who did pretty good work against the Brewers his first time out.
Yeah, he did. Obviously was having a rough go with the Mets. Got traded over here last Thursday. Made his debut as a Cub over in Milwaukee. Pitched very well. When he's right, he'll get a lot of ground balls. The swing and miss pitch for him is that slider. But he's got a diverse mix. Sinker, four-seamer, slider. He'll sprinkle in some curveballs and a changeup. Lefty 41-36 with a 4.30 ERA in his career. An all-star in 2025.
And obviously one of the things the Cubs like, the ability to put the ball on the ground, and the Cubs defense should help him out. Let's take a look at the Cardinals lineup. It's presented by Ford. Ali Marmol's group 8th out of 15 teams in runs per game in the NL, 14th out of 30 in all of baseball. Rookie of the Year candidate J.J. Weatherholt will lead it off. Ivan Herrera bats second. Jordan Walker hits third, having a breakout year. The former Cub Nelson Velasquez. It'll go Burleson, Wynn, Fermin, Jordan, and Nathan Church. And while we have a moment, I'll let you know that AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field this season, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities.
Rained like crazy here earlier. The wind was whipping. Rain was coming down sideways, but that has cleared. And if you look at the forecast, looks like we got a pretty good window for the next 3 hours.
And the field looks outstanding. A peek from our drone. Dan Kiermaier and company, as per usual, doing a great job. They're quick and efficient and keep this playing surface in wonderful shape. Weatherholt climbs in. We're ready to go here on a Friday afternoon, 4th of July weekend. Here's the pitch. And that is in for a strike, says Dan Bellino, the crew chief. We are underway.
And David Peterson this year, 64% first pitch strike rate. That's a good bit above average.
The 0-1. And for Peterson with the Mets, originally a first-round pick in 2017, number 20 overall out of Oregon. He's a Duck.
Should be good then on a rainy day.
He hails from Aurora, Colorado.
Where's that, Boog? Just outside of Denver?
Right you are. That one served in the air left field. Coming on is Happ, and he'll play it on a bounce. Weatherholt just kind of dunking one into left. He got enough of it, and it's a base hit to begin.
And just kind of punches it the other way in, fairly deep to begin with, and kind of got to that point of no return where you have to make a decision whether to lay out or play it on a hop. He opts for plan B.
And now he'll check his card as Ivan Herrera stands in. Herrera doing the catching. And first pitch swinging, fouls it away.
Well, Herrera hits it on the ground a lot, so that coupled with Peterson's ground ball tendency, certainly the double play in order here.
Takes a lot of walks, gets on base.
Yeah, he's a talented hitter, man. He gives you a tough AB. His walk rate against left-handed pitching is 20%. So you've got a .436 on base percentage against lefties.
Man at first and nobody out. Peterson. And he misses upstairs, now 2-1. Herrera 3 for his last 28. Cardinals, you could say one of the surprises in the National League this year. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2022. Line drive caught. Swanson picks it up back to first, and then it kicks away from Bush. Weatherholt will get up, and then it goes down the stairs into the dugout. And heading to third now will be J.J. Weatherholt.
He didn't get the ground ball, but it looked like he was going to get his double play after Dansby picked that line drive off the dirt, and Bushy just whiffs on it.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, that is E3, and then down the stairs, and a man at third with 1 out. So instead of bases clear with 2 outs, it goes L6 E3.
Infield in here. A very dangerous hitter in the box.
And Walker swings through it. Jordan Walker mentioned at the outset having a breakout season. That slug, that's the number they've been waiting for, and this year they've gotten it. Yesterday a homer, his 19th.
It was his first one in a while. He'd been in a little bit of a home run drought.
Yeah, he hadn't had an extra base hit for 14 games before homering in their win against the Braves yesterday. Weatherholt at third, and a 2-1 check swing did not go. That's Mark Ripperger down there at first. Oh,
Peterson working him up with his own there, kind of a 50-50 ball, so to speak.
Yes. And the changeup, good pitch, 3-2. Rain falling here at Wrigley.
Yeah, good straight change here. Fading off that outside edge. Walker way out in front.
Saw Peterson nod. He has the sign. 3-2. Now time called. What do you think he's going with here?
I think he's going to go with the old backup ball. I think it's going to get about 2/3 of the way there. It's going to stop. It's going to back up a little bit, and then it's going to go forward again.
I missed you.
I'm going to go to slider down and in, Boog.
Let's go change up again.
All right. Slider. Trying to bury it down and in.
You're the pitcher. 3-2 on Walker, their first-round pick in 2020. He has throttled left-handed pitching this year. He's got a man at third and 1 out. No score in the first. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that time he went with the change.
Yeah, he did. Went right back to it after that one slider. Back to the changeup. See the grip circle change. That's up a little bit, but the off-speed nature of it catches him way out in front again.
So 2 away, man at third. A rare miscue putting the Cubs in danger. Rare defensive miscue, I should specify. And that one bounced foul down the third base side. 0-1 on the former Cub Nelson Velasquez.
Lion's share of his at-bats come against lefties, and he's been good against them. 9 out of 29. All 3 of his home runs against left-handed pitching.
Line drive, right field. Seiya right there. Peterson pitches around the single and the big error. We're midway in the first. The Cubs will come up to him. Welcome back as we go to the bottom of the first here at Wrigley. The Cubs will come up to hit. Check out the Cubs lineup with PCA up top, followed by Alex Bregman and Michael Busch. Suzuki hits cleanup. Happ, Horner, Conforto, Kelly, and Swanson rounding it out as you look at career OPS against the Cardinals. And the top 3 guys in their careers have thrived against the Redbirds. Andre Pallante will get to work against PCA. Fly ball left field towards the line goes Fermin to make the catch, and on one pitch Pallante picks up out number 1.
Andre Pallante sounds like an opera singer, but no, he's a major league pitcher, and this year he's been pretty darn good, putting up a 3.83 ERA in 16 starts. He doesn't walk many, nor does he strike guys out. He gets a ton of ground balls, similar to Peterson in that regard. He goes about it a little differently, kind of like Justin Steele, in that he'll get a lot of ground balls on an elevated 4-seam fastball. Gives you some funk. He's got a real high arm slot. We're going to challenge here.
The ball, the catcher has challenged.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile. Ivan Herrera, and that's a strike.
The pitch is a strike. St. Louis has 2 challenges remaining.
There's the 0-1 to Bregman.
Cardinals were late at night last night in Atlanta, so 2:30 a.m. arrival here in Chicago. They used a lot of bullpen yesterday, so a couple of advantages for the Cubs here today. Cubs bullpen fresh after an off day yesterday.
Here's a 2-1. Dribbled back to the mound. Pallante grabs it, steadies, and throws him out. It's a Cardinal staff that generates a lot of ground balls, and Pallante is 3rd in all of baseball in terms of generating ground balls. So you're looking at 55% of the balls in play are on the ground. Well above league average.
Yeah, that's this year, and if you look back over the last 3 or 4 years, you're going to see him 1 or 2 on that list as well. It's kind of what he has been.
David Peterson on that list as well as Michael Busch fouls it away.
Well, here you go. Michael Busch 6 out of 6 with 2 home runs against Palante.
And that one missing.
I think that was a splitter there, Boog. He doesn't throw it a lot, but it's in the toolkit.
Yeah, he's thrown 40 of them this year, about 3% of his pitches. Little roller, third base line, and that's going to be an infield hit. Run, Michael Busch.
Well, he's now 7 for 7 against Palante, although probably not overly proud of that 45-mile-an-hour base hit, but he'll take it. A man aboard for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first. This is the curveball from Palante.
The deuce.
The deuce. The yellow hammer right off the end of the bat.
So now it's an opportunity for Seiya. 2 outs, man at first, no score. And there's a strike. Suzuki. Those numbers have continued to click up. Last 24 games hitting .344 with an OPS well over 1,000.
Ooh. Good curveball there. The other thing that makes Palante a little bit different is that arm slide. Real high arm angle. One of the highest in the game. It's good downward break on that curveball.
They list him at 6 feet 215 pounds. He's 27, native of California. He's from San Clemente. He pitched his college ball at UC Irvine. He's an anteater.
Yeah.
Up and in.
Well, it's interesting. He rushed his delivery that time because he's had a lot of difficulty over the years holding base runners, and we noted both his struggles in that regard and Herrera, the catcher. But interesting in this situation with Bushy on first base, not really a base stealer.
Suzuki fouls it away, and now 1-2.
But you could understand where Palante would try to use that quick step, slide step from time to time just to try to upset the rhythm of the base runners. Got to give his catcher a fighting chance.
Herrera pushing the buttons. Busch at first, 2 down. And Seiya wouldn't chase that time. Yeah, there are those numbers laid out. 85% success rate for base stealers going back to the start of the 23 season, and they're perfect this year. Check swing, appeal, no swing. So now it's 3-2. And Ian Happ in the on deck circle down to our left.
Burleson at first base will move behind Michael Busch.
Seiya reaching on that slider, fouled it away. Suzuki coming up with career homer number 100 and joining Ichiro, Hideki Matsui, and Shohei Ohtani as the only 4 Japanese-born players to hit 100 major league homers. And the 3-2 misses. Good plate appearance from Suzuki. He'll take his walk. That's something that this team does so well, is they just continue to hand the baton to the next guy. They lead the majors, highest walk rate accepted, so Craig Counsell knows his group's going to get on base.
An inning that started with 2 quick outs and a little roller for a base hit for Michael Busch, and now the walk, and all of a sudden big opportunity here for Ian Happ.
8-pitch battle won by Suzuki, and Ian lets it rip. Palante, that one at 97. His average 4-seamer is 95. His average sinker is 95.4.
So you're saying he reached back for a little extra?
A little more cheese.
Good take. Chase pitch up, wouldn't bite.
Happ sitting on 17 homers. He's hit as many as 25 times. He's got 2 on and 2 out. Bottom of the first, no score.
You know, Boog, that rain that blew through here has really cooled things off. And if you believe the flags, the wind isn't doing much at all. Flags are a little wet because of all the rain, but it's fairly calm conditions here. Not as hitter friendly as it was for that Padres series.
The 1-2. And that's too high. JD, implied in that to me was that you don't always believe the flags.
I don't. They've
lied to you.
To deceive us in the past. Yes. Sorry, I don't mean to give Old Glory beef out there. July 4th weekend.
Ground ball foul. They'll do it again. It remains 2-2 on Ian Happ. No score. 2 outs and 2 aboard. And the Cubs making Palante work. He got the first 2 outs on 5 pitches. And a swing and a miss. Palante able to get Happ, and the Cubs leave a couple. End of 1, no score at Wrigley. Is presented by Motorola. Well, the rain has passed, and we head to the second. And from the friendly confines, no score. Band sounds great. David Peterson on the mound for the Cubs, making his second start in a Cubs uniform. The lanky left-hander goes 6'6", about 240. Picks up the rosin bag. And he'll deal with Alec Burleson. It'll go Burleson, then Wynn, then Fermin in the Cardinals' second. And that's in there for a strike, says Dan Bellino. JD, this guy's a nice player. You go back since the start of last year. And his OPS plus is 127. There's a simple way to do that. It adjusts for park factor, league average. 100 is average. 27 is 27% better than league average. And that one gloved nicely by Peterson. Throw to first, and Burleson is out. So he gets the stocky first baseman to hit it on the ground, and 1 away.
Quick glove hand there by Peterson, and then almost spikes this throw. Bushy's like, well, what's happening, boys? Why are you testing me so early? Obviously a huge advantage when you're a guy who puts it on the ground as much as Peterson does, if you can field your position.
And now it's Mason Wynn. He lifts that in the air down the right side. That one slicing as Seiya runs out of room. You were talking about Palante putting it on the ground. One of the advantages for the Cardinals, their pitching staff generates a lot of ground balls. This guy and Weatherholt, their middle infielders, really good defensively.
Yeah, and this kid's got a cannon for an arm.
And a swing and a miss.
So much so they weren't sure whether he was going to be a pitcher or a position player.
In there, Bellino rings up Wynn. And there's 2 away. Second strikeout for Peterson.
Looked like they were trying to bury that one down and in. He got the down part right, but it was out over the plate a little bit. Didn't thought it was low. It was not.
Ball one to Jose Fermin, who's a utility guy that they plugged into left field. This is now his 13th start. It's that foul as it ricochets off the wall, handled nicely by Bregman, who tosses it into the crowd.
I'm going to play in a league where that's a fair ball. That would have been fun to see him throw him out from there.
Absolutely. It's got some Savannah Bananas flavor to it. Because in their games, if a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
2-1. Peterson ready. Here it comes. And that is in for a strike. David Peterson, JD mentioned he was an all-star last year. If you take it back from the beginning of 24 to the all-star break of last year, he made 39 starts with a 2.97 ERA. And that's a really nice run of quality pitching. Line drive ripped left field. That's towards the corner, and it'll touch down and get into the corner. Hatt retrieves it. It's a 2-out double.
Like you're trying to cut a fastball in on his hands, and you see Fermin work really hard to get the hands pulled in and put the barrel on the backside of that baseball, and it's a 2-out double for the Cardinals.
Pitch in for a strike to Blaze Jordan. JD, despite his name, he is not fast.
No, he's not. Think he should change his name to Slugger Jordan or something like that.
His full name is Blaze Jordan. There's no middle name. We're not messing with anything.
No.
This is so. I kind of dig it.
Yeah. There's video of him when he was like 13 years old hitting massive home runs down in Arlington. Ooh.
That one redirects off the pitcher. Swanson, no play. Let's see if Peterson is okay. That was hit just about 99 miles an hour.
Nick Frangella had trainer out there to check in on him with Craig Counsell. He's reaching up towards that right shoulder. I don't know. I thought initially right, but maybe got him on the left. David Peterson has great extension. I mean, 6'6" to begin with, and long stride down the mound, and the ball gets on you in a hurry. One toss and a thumbs up.
JD, I'm still not sure where it hit him.
I'm not either.
I have to think it got him on the left arm, the bicep, or.
I mean, yeah. Nathan Church, one of 3 left-handed bats in the lineup for the Cardinals here today. He's been good against left-handed pitching, at least in terms of batting average, .273 against southpaws.
JD, he's another anteater. He went to UC Irvine as well.
Oh, they got a good program out there, Boog.
Yep. For a while, their head coach was Mike Gillespie, who was the longtime USC head coach. So 1-2 on Church. With 2 outs and runners at first and third. Peterson says yes. Lefty deals.
Yeah, see, I would go over 2 just because his name is Blaze. You know, no matter what the numbers tell me.
I get you.
This guy over there named
Double
Blaze,
check.
I'm checking on him.
Yeah.
And Blaze chatting with Stubby Clapp, their first base coach. I mean, if you wanted to write a piece of fiction, you know, centered around a baseball team, just the Cardinals, that's where you need to go for names. They got Pop Warner at third. They got Stubby at first. They got Dusty Blake as the pitching coach. They got Blaze. Ollie's the manager.
Nobody breaks it down like you.
So,
you know that, right?
So
I mean, they can sit there
Pop and Stubby and Dusty were out for dinner the other night.
Yeah. You can go on Fangraphs and Baseball Reference and watch MLB Tonight. But my partner will break down the names.
The real important stuff.
That's right.
Ollie Marmol's been in charge here since 2022. He's 10th now on the Cardinal all-time wins list for a manager.
Yeah, so 5th season. He turned 40 yesterday. Fly ball right field. Suzuki is back looking, and it's gone. And Nathan Church launches one out of here, his 8th. And the Cardinals have the early 3-0 lead. Well, you mentioned those numbers against lefties for Church.
A little ambush from the 9-hole. 2 outs, nobody on when this started. Fermin hit the double to left. It's a curveball. He just does a real good job hanging in there, keeping that front side closed. And that breaking ball stays up a little bit. And puts a pretty good swing on it.
Tommy Hotovy out for a visit.
Those are killers, aren't they? 3-run homer. 2 outs, nobody on.
He got the first 2 outs on 7 pitches.
Yeah, just going to say only the 8th home run that he has allowed this year. 75 innings of work.
That's in for a strike to Weatherhold, who singled and was left stranded back in the first. This guy's been really impressive in terms of the ability to get on base. He walks, he doesn't strike out, plays defense, and he's racked up second highest wins above replacement among rookies in baseball.
So many talented young players coming into the league. And he's near the top of the list.
Swing and a miss, and Peterson gets the strikeout, but Church goes deep and the Cardinals have the lead. SAA salute to service this weekend. We give an extra moment to all the military members at home and abroad. Thank you to all of those who serve. Fourth of July weekend here, and the Cardinals have jumped out front 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Horner, Conforto, and Kelly.
Herrera's going to challenge this one. Took him a beat before he decided to challenge.
The catcher is challenged.
ABS challenge presented by T-Mobile, and it's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. The count is 1-1. St. Louis has 2 challenges remaining.
So Herrera is 2 for 2 in the challenge department.
In the air out towards right center field. Falling, sliding is Walker. Did he make the catch? They say yes. Second base umpire Brock Ballou made the call. Craig Counsell saying hang on. Nope, we're not going to look at it.
Yeah, I don't know that Brock was convinced that this was a catch, but sooner or later you got to call something. He took a good long look at it and ultimately got it right. Nice sliding catch by Walker out there in right field.
That's a nice play. It didn't seem as though he and Church were quite connected on the communication.
Yeah, it gets loud out there. Can't hear you. Give me all you got.
Yeah.
Turn it up to 11.
On the ground to the right side. Weatherholt on the grass. Fields.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sundays are for families, and all Sunday afternoon games during the regular season up to the first 1,000 kids age 13 and younger have the opportunity to run the bases post game here at Wrigley Field, weather permitting, of course. For more information, visit Cubs.com/kids. Maybe you'll be a lucky kid that gets a high five from Clark.
I love Clark. Pitch in for a strike to Carson Kelly.
See that four-seamer from Palante's got a little bit of that cut right action. Whoop, whoop. Easy now. You're hitting your heel.
There comes a 1-1. So Kelly in a 1-2 hole here. Carson making the start. It's his 50th. So he's been the lead dog behind the plate. "17 homers a year ago, not slugging quite as much, but hitting for a good average and getting on base." Here's a 2-2. On the ground up the middle, Wynn diving. It squirts out of his glove, and Kelly has an infield hit. 2 outs and a man aboard, and time now for the Intelligence Center, powered by CDW and Microsoft. And how about most runs batted in over a 10-game span? And you got DiMaggio, Fox, and Gehrig. And then Dansby's one off that. He's sandwiched between Gehrig and Mel Ott.
Yeah, all Hall of Famers on that list.
As Walker makes the catch, Swanson retired, and the Cubs leave a man.
$1,000 to relief efforts. To donate, please scan the QR code on your screen right here. And with several ties to the Venezuelan community, this natural disaster is deeply personal for the Cubs. Both Daniel Palencia, Pedro Ramirez have family back in Venezuela, and when this earthquake struck, it really shook them to their core. The team was in New York, and it was devastating for everybody involved, and so on their hats they have VZ sewn in there to remember everybody back home. Luckily for both of them, their families were safe, but very, very scary situation. So if you can donate, please do so.
Yeah, indeed. You see throughout Major League Baseball players who hail from Venezuela raising money, drawing awareness towards whatever vehicles can help people that have been affected in Venezuela. 1-2 now. And Ivan Herrera will be followed by Jordan Walker and then Nelson Velasquez. We're in the third. Boog, JD, and T-Mac here from Wrigley. We had a slight delay. What was it? 10-minute rain delay, technically. Peterson back to work. And a base hit into center field.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on Frontier.
Well, despite rolling in the wee hours, Cardinals are swinging it really well here today. Peterson making some mistakes, leaving the ball up, and they're hitting the ball hard.
Check swing, and he went. One of the things for Walker this year, the first couple of seasons, everybody talked about how much he hit the ball on the ground, and that has changed, and the slug has gone in the right direction from a Cardinal standpoint.
Yeah, he's obviously figured some things out, and this was the expectation when he was drafted and coming up as one of the top prospects in the game. It just took a little while.
He went to drive line to work on getting a little more lift. That one ripped out towards left center field. That'll touch down. Happ over to retrieve it. And Herrera stops at third. Walker into second.
Another ball well struck. This one 101.6 miles per hour off the bat. Again, it's in a little bit, up a little bit, somewhere where Walker could get to it. David Peterson's going to have to figure something out here, or it could be a short afternoon for him.
Well, they've already hit 7 balls by definition hard, 95 and above. 5 of them 100 miles an hour or better.
Goes the changeup there on Velasquez. 0-0. Saw that changeup against Walker last time. Threw him a couple of dandies to punch him out. So maybe that's part of the solution. Go to that changeup a little bit more. Michael Busch in tight at first. Everybody else kind of halfway.
Swing and a miss. Cardinals lead it 3-0 on a 3-run homer from Nathan Church. And now Peterson going for a little walk. We mentioned the rain cooled things off, but still humid, and seems like he may be having a little bit of trouble keeping his hand dry.
Yeah, it gets to the point where you can't find any dry spot on your pants or your uniform anywhere to wipe off the moisture.
Well, you see guys now, I mean, starting pitchers on a super hot day, and the equipment guy will have, you know, 2, 3, 4 jerseys lined up that he can change into.
I used to carry like a little square. I'd cut a towel and have a little square of towel I'd put in my back pocket.
Fly ball deep center field. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch. His throw comes to third as the run comes in to score.
Velasquez, who lined out to right his first time, lofts one to fairly deep center. Easy for Herrera to come home. A good base running by Walker to get to third on this one. Now the infield comes all the way in.
Burleson with Walker at third, and Peterson misses down and away. For Peterson, a strikeout rate of 19.2%. Big league average is right at about 22. That's dribbled foul. He's a guy who looks to generate that soft contact on the ground.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to do much of that today, and he didn't get a lot of ground balls in his start in Milwaukee the other day either, although, you know, again, it was effective with 2 runs in 5 2/3.
Bush sliding, makes the play, scrambles to get up, and beats Burleson to the bag, and there's 2 outs, and Walker staying put. Nice play by Michael Bush. We've lauded his defensive improvement.
Yeah, good glove man all over the infield for the Cubs. A little bit surprised Walker wasn't going on contact here. That would have been a tricky play for Michael to make once he had to go down to field that ball. He's got eyes on Walker. Sees that he's not going anywhere.
So 2 away. And the curve is in for a strike to Mason Wynn. Tapped foul, and he may have broken his bat. I think he did. So Wynn grabs a new piece of lumber. 4-0 Cardinals. We're in the third. The drone is flying high. Mike Fox, our director, in control. Andrew Miller, our producer.
Who's flying the drone? Taylor?
Foxy is. Foxy is. Is Taylor?
I'm up here in the drone. Yep. This is me. Up here. Blimp. Not a drone.
Line drive served into right field and a base hit as Suzuki was able to keep it in front, but the run scores and it's 5-0. It's a pretty good piece of hitting by Mason Wynn.
Cardinals won their game in Atlanta last night 11-5. They had a 7-run 7th inning. Prior to that, they'd been scuffling offensively, but back at it again here this afternoon. This is real good work by Wynn. Off-speed pitch just kind of slows everything down, keeps that bat in the zone a good while, and delivers a single the other way. And he may have designs on second base.
That's sliced out towards right center field. Pete Crow Armstrong chasing after it. Wynn on his horse around third, and he comes in to score. It's an RBI double for Fermin, and this one is all Cardinals. It is 6-0.
Second double of the day for Fermin. He hit that one in the left field corner last time. Now he rides it into the gap in right center. Nobody's going to get this one. Peterson just having a tough time finishing innings here today.
Jordan lifts that to center. Crow Armstrong makes the grab. The Cardinals pick up 3 more, and midway in the third, it's 6-zip.
Everything.
JD, I just knocked my coffee over.
Oh no.
Yeah. Stinks.
It's disappointing.
I know.
You'll be all right. Well, there's the bad news. It's 6-0.
Oh, I thought
Cardinals.
You were talking about my coffee.
Your coffee got 2. The good news is Cubs got to be feeling pretty good about themselves the way they've been scoring here lately, and a lot of baseball yet to be played.
And we got napkins up here.
Got napkins. Cardinals got a couple tired arms out in that bullpen. Here we go. Let's break it down to slow. Oh, the 7-pin into the 9-pin.
That stinks. Well, that's rip but foul.
Shouldn't be drinking hot coffee on a day like today anyway.
I like coffee. It's the Budweiser broadcast booth. This Bud's for you. 150 years. Me and JD. Emily's back there.
Watching ball and spilling coffee.
Yeah, we are. We had one a couple years ago. You spilled coffee right as we were getting ready to do the Open.
Yeah.
It's a good flattering picture for me, right?
Former backstop that you are.
That's right. 3-1. And that's a strike, says Dan Bellino, Esquire.
So you can wipe up a spill and broadcast at the same time.
That's right.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep. I know. 5-tool guy. Palante ready.
Traffic. Cubs need traffic.
Well, PCA has certainly been doing a great job providing traffic and helping set the table, as it were. When you think about that game he had, the May 30th game with 4 hits, as kind of a starting point for this great run, but he pointed to a different game. That one laced to right, hanging up off the glove of Walker, and it kicks away. PCA racing for second, and he's in. He's got a double.
That ball just scalded 111 miles an hour off the bat. Walker there, but he got handcuffed by that line drive. Way out there in right field. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Tap, foot down. Sees the ball get loose. Gets into second gear.
And now an opportunity for Alex Bregman. Man at second, nobody out. And ball 1 to Breggy. So PCA with a double. You know, Taylor, at the beginning of our broadcast, talked about National League Player of the Month. And that's in there for a strike.
We're going to challenge here. Alex thought the ball was up.
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Looked like it was up. Yeah, it was up.
Pitches the ball. Cubs have 2 challenges remaining.
We mentioned Dan Bellino's an attorney. Maybe, you know, you say motion to quash.
Yeah, like a sidebar. Look at Dave. He's a little frustrated.
That's right.
You've got to be kidding me.
Palante, here's a 2-0. And that's through there for a strike. Bregman last 13 at just 152. Tap back to the pitcher his first time. He's got Pete Crow Armstrong at second. There's nobody out. The Cubs right now on the short end, 6-0. Time call.
They hit 13 home runs in the last 2 games of the San Diego series, including 8 on Wednesday to tie a club record. Probably going to need a long ball or 2 here this afternoon to get back in this one. I love that shot we have Dan Bellino, the kind of the frustrated look on his face. It was like you get a sense of how much these guys care. He was annoyed with himself.
Oh, there's no doubt. And in between innings, they can ask the ABS operator for feedback on certain calls if they so choose. Breaking ball in the dirt, and that one's stopped by Herrera. Well, look, one of the things that's been clear with ABS is we have a really good idea of just how good these guys are.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, we knew they were good.
Yeah,
been a little bit of an eye opener how good they are.
Yes, when we're sitting here talking about a 1/10 of an inch. 3-2. Here we go. Palante with a man at second. And Bregman will do it again.
I feel like I should have to go to like a confessional, you know, with like an umpire priest.
Yeah.
Bless me, Father, for all the times I second guess umpires over these many years.
Bless me, Father, for all the times that I used the word egregious.
Yes. Strike that from my vocabulary.
Yeah. Dan Bellino, the crew chief. Mark Ripperger at first. Brock Ballou at second. Dan Merzel at third. That's grounded towards third. Jordan. And PCA races to third. So with 1 out. Bregman retired.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Palante and his ground ball tendencies. Good 2-seamer there in on the hands of Bregman. It's that ground ball to third. That's at 90 feet. PCA picks up that. It's virtually impossible to stop. You could check him back, you know, but you got to ultimately make that throw to first, and he's just too fast.
Here's Bush now. And the curveball missing outside. Bush got a curveball his last time up and just kind of tapped it up the third baseline. Ginny, last year Michael Bush hit 34 homers. He hit 9 against the Cardinals.
Yeah, he inflicts some serious damage on these Redbirds.
In the air and to left field. Fermin makes the catch. As the throw comes in, Bush retired, 2 away.
Boy, you hate to waste that leadoff double. Chance for Seiya to be a little bit of a hero here and get that first run home.
Cardinals leading 6-0. We're in the bottom of the third. And that one dots the inside corner at 97. Suzuki, a good battle his first time, and he ended up walking.
Yeah, I think it was an 8-pitch plate appearance.
Yep. PCA at third, 2 down.
One thing you have to look out for in this situation, especially with that curveball that Palante throws, quite often that's in the dirt. Might be an opportunity for PCA to streak home.
The 1-1.
Palante putting together a pretty solid season, 9-5 record with a 3.83 ERA. Got beat by the Marlins last time out. He allowed 5 runs on 11 hits and 6 2/3. His 4 starts prior to that one, he had a 2.19 ERA.
The 1-2. And now it's even up. Last year for Palante, in just under 163 innings, a .531 earned run average. So it's gotten better this year for him. 2-2. That one never really had the plate, and now it's filled up with Ian Happ waiting to hit. Pete Crow Armstrong is at third. Seiya Suzuki at the plate.
Well, it used to be a hitter could sit on a fastball in this situation, but that is no longer the case. You got one there. But,
yep.
Well, back in the day, 6-0 lead, 3-2 count. I got to challenge the guy. But
yeah, you talk about hitters counts or fastball counts. Kind of don't exist anymore.
Yeah, maybe 3-0, but even on 3-0, we see breaking balls sometimes.
Payoff pitch. High fly ball center field. Church back some more. Reaches out and hauls it in. Heck of a play out there by Church in center as he steals extra bases from Suzuki and a run from the Cubs.
Sedurna will win the $1,000 Tasty Trade jackpot, and drum roll please, she won. Congrats Stacy for winning today's edition of Mound Ball, presented by Tasty Trade. Stocks, options, futures, crypto. There you go. Go buy yourself some sparklers.
Mound Ball winner Dan Bellino knows.
That'll make up for those missed challenges.
Bottom edge of the zone, in for a strike to Nathan Church.
Church having himself a day, 3-run homer and a run-saving catch.
Center field, Pete Crow Armstrong back onto the track and makes the grab. Downstairs, and Taylor McGregor.
Luke, you guys talking about uniform changes. It is not super hot today, but definitely humid. So uniform changes are happening. David Peterson already did so. And then the other guy you have to pay attention to also is the catcher. So Danny Mueller, lead clubhouse attendant here with the Cubs, does a great job of keeping those uniforms ready. And starting pitcher and catcher always have a spare uniform right down below the dugout if needed.
Carson Kelly, got to stay cool. Weatherhold fouls one away.
Well, speaking of clubhouse managers, a pregame first pitch, Gary Stark, assistant clubhouse manager on the visiting side, 50 years working for the Cubs, started as a bat boy. And Gary's a beauty.
Awesome.
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and we got ourselves a challenge, and it's a ball.
Pitch is a ball. St. Louis has 2 challenges remaining.
You can just hear Dan Bellino's becoming more and more defeated in his delivery.
Line drive, right field. Suzuki did the turnaround right there and able to make the catch.
Saturday, July 18th, Cubs take on the Twins. The first pitch 120 up to the first 4,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs National Hot Dog Day cap presented by Vienna Beef. Be sure to arrive early.
No, JD.
Early.
JD.
3 exclamation points on that one.
3 exclamation points on that copy. What's the last sentence?
Presented by Vienna Beef. Be sure to arrive early. I didn't see the little tag at the bottom until I was done reading it. There'll be some hot dogs consumed tomorrow. 4th of July. That's
my high school English teacher Dr. John Tricamo used to say, there is no need for an exclamation point. That in writing, the laziest piece of punctuation is the exclamation point. That you can describe what you're trying to convey through words. Without, okay. Yeah.
Well, it's like every text you send now, somebody's throwing an exclamation point on.
Absolutely.
The end of it.
Are you an exclamation?
I try to curb my enthusiasm, so to speak.
I put like 8,000 exclamation points when I text.
Very familiar with your work.
Hey! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
LOL! LOL!
Your English teacher would hate me.
I got to remember that the next time she sends me a text. How about today we try to go exclamation point free? Peterson issues the walk. Herrera is aboard.
Bryce Wilson is starting to warm in the Cubs bullpen.
By the way, just for the record, my high school English teacher was totally here for 3 exclamation points. It's the one that he didn't like.
Yeah.
3 of them.
3 conveys something.
Yeah, that's right. Be here early. That one misses, and now 3-0 to Walker as Wilson continues to heat up. All Cardinals here. We're in the 4th.
Wherever life takes you.
Whenever you need us.
We're your advocate. Advocate Healthcare.
Tommy Hotovy out to the mound as Bryce Wilson continues to throw. Cardinals lead it 6-0. And the Redbirds in this one with 6 runs on 8 hits.
8 hits plus a number of hard outs. Just real good swings at David here this afternoon.
They've scored all their runs with 2 outs, and another 2-out threat right here with Nelson Velasquez.
Yeah, the 3 runs in the second came after 2 were out to start the inning. And double single home run from the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Velasquez 0 for 1, a sac fly and a run batted in. Swing and a miss. The 1-1. Peterson with 2 outs in the 4th. The pitch count really bumped up. Now 88 pitches thrown by the southpaw, whose day is coming to a close shortly.
Yeah, he's worked awfully hard. A lot of pitches under duress on a muggy day. Really hasn't had feel all afternoon.
Well, now 3-2 on the designated hitter, the native of Puerto Rico, Nelson Velasquez, 5th round pick by the Cubs back in 2017.
Peterson leaning heavily on that changeup here against Velasquez. Let's see if he goes to it one more time. Tried the breaking ball.
And that missed. And now the bases are loaded.
Fans getting restless. Craig Counsell debating what to do here. No movement. Wilson's probably ready by now. But he's got the left-handed hitter up in Burleson. So Peterson will get one more.
Line drive, base hit, right field. Herrera's in, Walker on his heels, and it is 8-0.
Burleson, who has not had much luck against left-handed pitching this year, he's hitting just a .179 against him. Stays in on that one. Rifles it to right field.
Craig Counsell takes the baseball. This pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by USAA, who proudly salute our military, who made America's 250th possible. 8-0. We're in the 4th. And the Cardinals had the lead. Craig Counsell going to the pen and brings in Bryce Wilson, his 3rd appearance of the year.
Second with the Cubs, and his first one was a dandy. He pitched once with the Phillies earlier this year, and then Sunday in Milwaukee came out of the bullpen, went 4 1/3 scoreless. Allowed 4 hits, then Walker-Man struck out 4. That was a Cubs 3-2 win in 10 innings.
Bryce Wilson is a guy who was a pretty big prospect. He debuted as a 20-year-old back in 2018 with the Braves. As Wynn fouls it away, 0-2. Eight runs allowed by Peterson, matches a career high. He is responsible for Velasquez and Burleson on the bases. 0-2. High fly ball left field. Happ back at the track at the wall, and it's gone. It's a 3-run homer for Mason Wynn, and it's 11-0.
Make it stop. Good grief. Cubs won Wednesday 23-3, and now trail 11-0, and we're just in the 4th. Breaking pitch backed up on him. See the reaction of Wynn and Carson Kelly behind him. You knew where that was headed.
So Bryce Wilson comes in, gives up the homer. This is out towards right center. Suzuki cuts across, makes the grab, but 5 more for the Redbirds. Midway in the 4th, it's 11-0.
As we go to the bottom of the 4th, and Craig Counsell has to go to his bullpen early. So I want to mention he has a new arm out in the bullpen, and that is Drew Pomeranz, whose contract was selected today. Corresponding roster move. Jordan Wicks was option down to AAA Iowa. So Pomerantz began the season with the Angels. Things did not go great for him. He had an ERA north of 5, the strikeout rate down, walk rate up. So they designated him for assignment middle of June. Cubs then signed him to a minor league deal. He's been with the Iowa Cubs, and now he has a chance to try to regain the form of what he had last year. His fastball was really, really good. It has not been as good this year, and they're hopeful he's not that far off and they can get him back to the production that he had a year ago. Boog pitched almost 50 innings for the Cubs with an ERA just north of 2.
Okay, remember he was at AAA with the Mariners when the Cubs got their hands on him last year, and he was one of the more valuable pieces in their pen last season.
Yeah, he was a really good story for the Cubs. Veteran guy, mid-30s, rescued from AAA, and really good in a Cub uniform. A 2.17 ERA with the Cubs last year.
On the ground, Burleson. And Palante gets over. Hack retired. Cardinals lead at 11-zip. And now it's Nico Horner, who was robbed of a hit on a nice grab by Jordan Walker his first time. Ball to strike to Nico. Things have gone better for Nico. Last 12 at 286 coming in. On the ground, foul of third. Remember last year, talking to Ian Happ and looking at his numbers, you know, eventually he delivered an Ian Happ type season, but his expected numbers were so good. There's an element after Nico's hot start where it's gone cold. His expected numbers are still quite good, and I'm sure that's frustrating for him.
The batting average on balls in play is 250. That's about almost 40 points below league average, so there's some bad luck cooked into that number.
On the ground to first, Burleson redirects past Palante. That had been something else if that had gone 3-1-3.
Yeah, look for a moment like it might. It'll just go E3. He was playing a game of flip.
So E3 man at first. Check swing from Conforto, and he went. That's Dan Merzel. He's the third base umpire. There he is. Went to Johns Hopkins. Smart guy. JD, the second base umpire is Brock Ballou.
Yep.
He's filling in for the vacationing Shane Livensparker.
Oh, Shane. I hope you're having a nice break, Shane.
Yeah.
Maybe enjoying the lake somewhere.
Yeah. There's Brock. Brock went to middle school with Miley Cyrus.
Is that right? Wow, you've done some. This is good 11-0 stuff you're breaking out here. But he did not play quarterback at the University of Georgia. That was Buck Ballou, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, this is Brock Ballou. Did you break out your umpire media guide?
3-1. Fly ball center field. Church JD, what about card 9?
Yeah, let's read card 9. Sunday's game against the Cardinals is streaming exclusively on Peacock, but the postgame is still right here on Marquee. Join us after the final out for Cubs postgame live, presented by Yingling. The first pitch is at 1:30. I need to fix my TV. Every time I try to turn on Peacock, my TV freezes.
Really?
Yeah.
That game will be called by Alex Cohen, Mark Sweeney.
T-Mac's working it.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
There's
am.
Mark Sweeney.
There's a Sweeney dog.
I'm down here.
That's the Chip Carey. Taylor's down in the dugout.
Don't you ever change. Who are you looking for?
I was looking for Alex to see if he was
Is he
in the press box watching the game. I don't see him.
I think he
was here earlier.
Yeah, he was.
Doing some homework.
Two balls and a strike on Carson Kelly, who's got an infield single to his credit, one of the 3 Cub hits. Up the middle, Weatherholt. And goes the short way to win.
Inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Bryce Wilson delivers. Yeah, the pitch in for a strike to Blaze Jordan. Jordan, then Church, then Weatherholt. It is all Cardinals. And a line drive and a base hit into right field.
Well, the situation here now where Craig Counsell's got to manage his bullpen with an eye towards tomorrow. Right down 11-0. The chances of coming back here are very remote. And just looking for some length out of Wilson. We had this conversation with Craig before the game, talking about his team and the damage they inflicted on the Padres, getting their starter out early, and how when you do it first game of a series, it can really impact the rest of the series. So that's why you need a guy like Wilson to step up and give you 3 or 4 innings if possible. That ball got a piece of Dan Bellino after it got by Carson.
Aye.
Double doink.
That actually missed off the edge. Wilson catches a break, 1-2. 11-0. Cardinals on top. 11 runs on 11 hits.
Yeah, I'm thinking if it's not 11-0, Church might have challenged that one.
Popped up foul ground, third base side. Long run, Bregman. Church with the big swing in this game with 2 outs. Fermin doubled. Jordan singled off of Peterson, and then Church left on left took Peterson deep to make it 3-0 Cardinals, and they haven't looked back. I don't know what his walk-up song is, but
yeah, you know what it should be.
Yeah. A little Hosier, Take Me to Church.
Yeah.
It's a good jam. Swing and a miss, and Wilson able to get Church one down.
I thought you were going to go with the Church's one foundation, but a little split change action.
Back to the top of the order, J.J. Weatherholt.
Go ahead, Dan. It's 11-0. Go ahead.
Line drive, left center field, Happ into the gap, and he makes the catch. Onto the warning track and up against the wall. He was able to haul that one in at 103 miles an hour. A nice play by Ian Happ.
Yeah, Weatherholt, excuse me, could have 3 hits today. He's got 1. Time now for the Motorola Razor replay. Great break and a real nice catch by, as Boog said, Happ in the gap.
Two down, Ivan Herrera. Herrera is lined to short, singled and scored, and he's walked and scored. See Wilson listening in and nodding yes. The 1-1. Pete Crow Armstrong started back, coming in. He'll play it on a bounce.
There's been a lot of well struck balls by the Cardinals here today. This not one of them. Everything seemingly finding green grass today for St. Louis. It's their 12th hit.
Pete Crow Armstrong, who leads all defenders in ferv. Up and in, and Walker is plunked. Got him on the wrist.
Yeah. Don't want to let the big guy get his arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with a fastball, and Wilson not happy with himself. That one had a lot of run. Okay, maybe the meaty part of the hand, it looked like he was pointing to. Might have been what saved him. I mean, that direct blow on the wrist with a fastball like that could have been devastating.
So Walker aboard on the hit by pitch. 2 on, or I beg your pardon, bases loaded. And here's Velasquez. So the base is full. Jordan at third, Herrera at second, Walker at first. Cubs bullpen quiet at the moment. One and two on Nelly. Bases loaded, 2 down. The 1-2. And that bends outside.
Bryce Wilson, in his senior year in high school, threw 3 no-hitters and a perfect game. He's an outstanding quarterback as well. His brother Peyton plays for the Steelers.
Yeah, well, he's got a football player build, right?
Yeah, he does.
Both these guys do. 3-2. And bounced foul of third.
Bryce is from North Carolina. 2016 graduate of Orange High School. Was not in class with Miley Cyrus, however. He just walked in a run.
12-0. The Cardinals had the lead. Frustrating day. Tommy Hotovy will head out to the hill.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Folks, book your roster spot at the Cubs fantasy camp at Sloan Park. Live the big league dream with Cubs alumni and pro instruction. Get full clubhouse access, play daily games, and get a shot at a championship game on the main field. Visit Cubs.com/fantasycamp. Remember the time Kramer broke Mickey Mantle's nose at fantasy camp?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
T-Mac, you're going to be involved in fantasy camp?
I volunteered to call the game.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
They take you up on it?
No.
No?
One ball, no strikes on Burleson. They're still loaded. Drifting down and away, a changeup missed.
Burleson though on it, right? Tracking that all the way.
This guy, a second-round pick in the 2020 draft. They got he and Mason Wynn in the second round of that draft. And they got Jordan Walker in the first round. So talk about hitting in a draft. Line drive right field. Base hit. Herrera is in. Walker to the plate. The throw is too late. And it is 14-0.
Came right back with that off-speed pitch, and Burleson, who tracked it so well, stays on it this time as well. Smokes it to right. This is really good hustle by Walker in a blowout game to come around to score on that. Could have easily gone station to station. I don't think I'm going to frame my scorecard after this one.
No. That'll get out of play as Michael Busch gives chase.
Sometimes on a day like today, somebody's got to go out there and just wear it. No matter how bad it's going, just try to move through it, save some other arms in the bullpen. We'll see how Counsell decides to play it here. Challenge.
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter is challenged.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a ball.
Pitch is a ball. St. Louis has 2 challenges.
First and third, 2 away. Cardinals have scored 13 two-out runs, and that is tied for the most in a game by a team this year. Now the Phillies against the Nats. Mitch, you got highlights of that game? To third, Bregman the short way.
Field, longtime Cubs fan Jim Annixter, better known as the Pink Hat Guy, passed away at 81 years old. A season ticket holder for 60 years, he always wore a pink hat so his wife could see him while watching from home. So he was honored just moments ago, and we will miss him around the friendly confines. I remember when I got this job with the Cubs, I wasn't familiar with the Pink Hat Guy, but I quickly learned, because if he was ever missing, I got tweets, "Where's Pink Hat Guy?"
Yep. Same.
So all the vendors in that area wearing pink hats this afternoon. Yeah, we'll miss you, Jim.
No doubt.
He's in the Illinois Softball Hall of Fame.
That's it for a strike to Dansby Swanson, and it's 1-2.
Dansby over his last 11 games, a .386 batting average with 8 home runs. Those 26 RBI. We showed you the graphic earlier. 26 runs batted in a 10-game span. The only other guys to do that: DiMaggio, Fox, Gehrig, Ott. Hall of Famers all. And not just Hall of Famers, but
yeah, those are
the best to ever play the game. Yeah.
On the ground is short, and Wynn shows off that throwing arm. When you look at those other guys, when they put up those absurd RBI totals, I believe, at least in terms of every year, none of those guys were putting those numbers up during a time while baseball had been integrated. So
yeah, well, certainly not Fox and Gehrig. When did Mel Ott play? He played from 1926 to 1947, so his career ended right as Jackie Robinson came in.
But I'm saying the years that I mean, I think all the years were.
They put those numbers up, those RBI.
30s and. Out to center field, Church. Two down. Here's Alex Bregman. Bregman 0 for 2.
Yeah, tough for the position players to keep their edge in a game like this. You're down 14 runs, but those guys cherish and honor every at bat. the game within the game, you're still working on stuff, just trying to groove your swing.
I am of the opinion that players today across the board, pitchers, hitters, everybody involved, they give away fewer at-bats or fewer competitive situations than at any point in the history of the game. And I'm of that opinion because everything is continuously measured. So you still see guys, you're going to see guys argue balls and strikes.
Well, we saw Mason Wynn challenge
in a 14-0 game. And in the same way, you know, this back in the olden days, the strike zone would get real big. But Dan Bellino is still being evaluated every pitch. So it's anecdotal, but I think that guys would give away at bats in games like this in the past. That's lined and a base hit out into left center. And maybe I'm wrong.
And maybe you're wrong, but I tend to agree with you. Alex worked a good at bat here. Got a pitch to his liking, smoked it to center.
On the ground. And the left side, it's Jordan handling the chance. And the Cubs leave a man. Beautiful shots from our Megalodon camera powered by Nissan. Visit nissanusa.com or your local dealer. Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results. Back at Wrigley as we go to the 6th. Don't look. All right, look now.
Hey, just a couple
14-0.
touchdowns, you know.
Yeah.
Score one, onside kick.
Yep. And you going for 2 or what are we?
Nah, not at this point.
Okay.
Speaking of football.
Yes.
Maybe you know this. Maybe you don't.
Sure I don't.
Do you know that there was an individual who both managed a Major League Baseball team and was a head coach in the NFL?
Nope.
I bet you a lot of folks didn't know that. I didn't know it until this morning. I was bumping around the old interweb.
What's his name?
A fellow by the name of Hugo Bezdek, who played football and baseball right here at the University of Chicago. And then he went out west. He was the director of football at Oregon. And while working as a football coach, he also scouted the West Coast for the Pirates. And in 1917, the Pirates fired their manager, the great Honus Wagner, and they hired Hugo.
Wow.
And then later on, at the time, I think he might have been the football coach at Penn State. And later on, he coached the Cleveland Rams.
This is all news to me.
Yeah. Hugo Bezdek. He was born in Prague, Boog.
In Prague?
In Prague.
I need to get to Prague.
I heard it's lovely this time of year.
Yeah. Three-two. And Wilson gets the strikeout.
So, you know, those Cub fans that are still with us, at least you learned something today you could use at a trivia contest.
Yes.
Hugo Bezdek, the only man ever to coach in the NFL and manage a Major League Baseball team.
Born in Prague.
We were talking about Blaze Jordan's prodigious power as a youngster. This is when he's 13 years old. He's going way out of there. This is the ballpark in Arlington.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Line drive out into left center field and a base hit.
13 years old. That's some raw power right there. We'll see how it translates at the big league level. That's impressive.
Man. Did you play in that park?
I did. Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of fun.
It was hot.
It was hot, and they had a really good lineup. I don't have fond memories.
Yeah, they did have a good lineup.
Juan Gonzalez, Pudge Rodriguez, Rafi Palmeiro.
Yeah.
On and on and on. Yeah.
Out towards right center. PCA collects.
You guys talking about cold weather, and we're spewing random baseball facts.
Yeah.
I was reading that Babe Ruth on really hot days used to wear, or put, I should say, damp cabbage leaves underneath his baseball cap.
Yeah. Soaked in ammonia.
To stay cool. We should try that next time.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I remember some of the old timers when I was first playing. Some of the old coaches from years past talking about doing the cabbage leaf thing in the hat. Look at St. Louis, hot day. And then after the game, you'd make a cabbage roll and you'd have dinner. You could wear the spread. A little ground beef, some seasoning, some rice.
So you're telling people that you would use the cabbage from under.
Well, you don't want to waste the food. Yeah.
So resourceful.
Get all nice and wilty up in there.
And that one hit Weatherholt, and now the bases are loaded.
That's a tough break for Wilson. Again, Craig Counsell doesn't want to make too many moves to the bullpen. Wilson was so good in his Cub debut in Milwaukee. He knows he's got to kind of hang in there as best he can. Just one of those days at the ballpark, folks. Momentum, schmomentum.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think the off day killed the Cubs' momentum?
That will be the narrative that some will promote.
Okay. So if we had played yesterday on the ground, oh my goodness. Herrera up the middle, that'll score 2 more. And it is 16-0.
Well, decent number of Cardinal fans in the ballpark here today, no doubt enjoying this one. You can hear the Cub fans not happy. I get it, spending money on a ticket to come to a game and your club getting decimated.
By the way, in the history of the game, no team has ever won a game by 20 or more and then lost the next by 10 or more. Never happened. That's what we're in line for here.
Kind of in keeping with the theme of the season for the Cubs, with the up and down nature. 2 long winning streaks and the long losing streak. All wrapped up in 2 days. Taylor, you ever hear of a fellow by the name of Germany Schaefer?
Who, can you say that name again?
Germany Schaefer. His real name was Herman, but they called him Germany.
Yeah, I know a lot about him, actually.
Yeah.
I wrote a paper on him in middle school.
In 1960 he was playing. There was a game that was called because of rain, and he actually took the field in a raincoat. Played right field wearing a raincoat.
Really?
Yeah, he was actually the first person ever to steal first base before they made it illegal.
He was born in Chicago.
Yeah. The first and third situation, and he did the thing where he tried to get in a rundown between first and second, and they didn't throw through. So he went to second, and on the next pitch he stole first. Then they outlawed it.
I thought you were going to say the first person to steal first base after Javi Baez.
Well played. Well, and there was that game we had in Milwaukee a couple of years back, right? Was it Gene Segura? There was some crazy rundown, and I don't remember all the particulars. He'd started the at bat on second and ended up at first.
Dansby Swanson to Nico Horner. Cardinals lead it 16-zip. Cubs baseball is presented by Fast Play from the Illinois Lottery. Download the Illinois Lottery app to play today. Back here at Wrigley, 16-zip. You're reading that right. Bottom of the 6th inning, Boog, JD, and T-Mac. And Andre Palante has kept the Cubs at bay.
I assume at some point the managers will get their benches involved too, just to get some of their regulars off their feet.
Here's a 1-1. Pulled off that slider.
Here's another bit of a Germany Schaefer trivia for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The famous double play combo of the Cubs, Tinker to Evers to Chance.
Yes.
The first time they ever played together, Germany Schaefer was the third baseman.
I wonder if that was in Taylor's paper.
That was, yeah, that was the plot, the big plot that I worked everything around.
2-2.
Here's another bit of a Germany Schaefer trivia for you. In 1906, he was called upon to pinch hit. And he stood before the crowd announcing, "Ladies and gentlemen, you are now looking at Hermann Schaefer, better known as Herman the Great. Acknowledged by one and all to be the greatest pinch hitter in the world. I'm now going to hit a ball into the left field bleachers. Thank you." He did just that off the White Sox Doc White. And after he scored, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this afternoon's performance. I thank you for your kind attention." The game was different back then. There was a lot of characters, different things went on.
I'm reading that, well, I'm not reading, I knew this actually. That he used to step into the batter's box with raincoats on if it was drizzling a little.
Yeah. I don't think you were paying attention to the first part of class when I mentioned him playing right field in the raincoat.
In the raincoat.
Well, this is stepping in the batter's box. I would feel like that's a little restrictive.
Yeah, it would be tough to swing.
3-2 on Seiya Suzuki. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Palante. Sliced down the right side and out of play.
Cubs entered play today 5 games behind the Brewers in the NL Central. That's the closest they've been to Milwaukee since the end of May. Despite today, they've been on a real nice roll. Winners of 9 of their last 10. 15 of their last 19.
Kyle Lay, Shota Imanaga tomorrow night. And Suzuki is down on strikes.
Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Yeah, take a shot. That'll enhance your mood after a tough day at the ballpark. Win a bunch of cash. America. Where does one go to buy a fake powdered wig?
Yeah.
Probably online.
I think so.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a real powdered wig?
Well, yeah.
Do you put in a George Washington wig, or what do you put it? What do you think they're putting
What do you
in
put in
there?
your Google search?
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
I am going to do some investigative journalism and go out and speak to those fine young men.
Out to center. Church started in, now back, and he hauls it in.
Well, good swing here by Ian. Church has to make a little bit of a route adjustment, but ultimately no problem. I just typed in George Washington wig, and I've got all kinds of options here.
And does it seem similar to what they're working?
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them are a little more legit looking.
Fair ball down the line. Fabian gets out of the way. In left field, Fermin picks it up, throws it in. And it's a double for Nico.
That's hit number 5 for the Cubs. Second double. PCA hit a leadoff double in the third. The Cubs failed to bring him in. That's back when it mattered.
Andre Palante is out of the game. Rajic coming in.
Continues this 4th of July weekend on Marquee with the Knoxville Smokies and Myrtle Beach Pelican matchups. Tune in on Marquee Sports Network or stream on the Marquee app.
Max Rajic.
Rhymes with tragic. First time in the big leagues. He's pitched 5 times, 6 2/3 and a 5.40 ERA. Not his first time on the mound here at Wrigley Field. He played in the 2019 Under Armour Classic here at Wrigley. And it's college ball at UCLA. He has a brother named Mitchell who plays in a garage band.
What's the name of the band?
I don't know.
Maybe it's called You Can Do Rajic.
Radically hip.
Well, I got more coffee here in the Budweiser broadcast booth. Cubs fans for 150 years. This Bud's for you.
Yeah, don't get mad at us for having fun, folks.
Yeah.
There's only one way to deal with a game like this, and it's to wash it off with a little, have a little fun at the ballpark.
Honestly, I'm cool if you get mad at us. JD, you mad at me?
Don't yell at us.
Don't yell at us. I don't like being yelled at. Some changes for the Cubs defensively, and we'll get it to you. Bryce Wilson back to work. And this one popped up. Pedro Ramirez is the new second baseman. He's under it, and he makes the catch. And he'll toss it over to Nico Horner, who is the new shortstop. There he is. There's a new center fielder as well, Jim.
Justin Dean.
That's correct.
PCA gets a little time off.
Yep.
Only Marmol will go to his bench here. Brian Torres will pinch hit.
And That's too high, ball one. Torres 47 at bats, a .234 average. And drills that one to right field. That's back. And that one is into the basket and gone.
Ryan Torres has been playing professionally since 2015. This is his first opportunity at the big league level. As a minor leaguer, he was really good against righties, and there's some evidence of it.
JD, it's 17-0.
Yeah. Put a hurting on that run differential that has been trending in the positive direction for a while now.
Yeah, they've given back 17.
Fermin's going to challenge.
The batter's challenging the pitch. Pitch is a ball.
Here comes a 2-1. One hop, flagged down by Nico over to first. Nice play. And there's 2 away. All right, let's send it out to the bleachers. And Taylor McGregor, where are you?
I am out in the bleachers with Rich, Bobby, and Ryan. They're from New Jersey, okay? Shout out to New Jersey. They have done this for 2 consecutive years. And I learned that the wigs are straight from Amazon, and they looked up Founding Father wigs.
Love it.
And this is what they got. Okay?
What exit are they from in New Jersey?
The turnpike all the way.
The turnpike all the way north.
All right.
150.
There you go.
There you go. That's how you know somebody's really from New Jersey, if they can tell you the exit they're from.
That is outstanding. The Founding Fathers. Taylor, good work. Fellas from New Jersey, the Founding Fathers from New Jersey. Thanks for joining us. 7-inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and lifelong Cubs fan, Ryan Hurd and his son Hayes.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the... If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Carson Kelly stands in as Max Rajic delivers a strike. Jimmy Crooks doing the catching now. Fermin is at short. And Torres is in left. Did you get that, JD?
Yeah, yep, I got it. Fermin is now at short.
Yep.
Torres has moved into left, and Crooks, the youngster, is behind the plate.
Out towards left center. Church is back near the wall. Makes the catch.
That guy's having himself a day.
Wow.
3-run jack and 2 spectacular catches. Earlier in the week, this is a no doubt home run for Carson Kelly. It stays in the yard. You're thinking, well, maybe at least 2 bases. But Church into the ivy to take away extra bases.
By the way, if you're wondering, largest shutout losses ever at Wrigley for the Cubs. 1975, they lost 22-0 to the Pirates. And then in 1988, lost 17-0 to the Reds. That's drilled out towards right center. Ramirez squares that one up. Walker will go and get it. Pedro heading to third.
Cub fans finally with something to cheer about.
First big league triple for Pedro Ramirez.
And triples are brought to you by Invesco QQQ, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Justin Dean getting a chance to hit for the first time. And Rajic gets a swing and a miss. 0-2. Dean retired, and with a man at third and 2 away, it'll bring up Alex Bregman. A single his last time up.
Gavin Hollowell is up in the Cubs pen, so he'll have the 8th.
The 1-1. Two on the ground towards third, past the diving Jordan. Bregman has himself a 2-bagger, and the Cubs get on the board.
Cub fans celebrate the Cubs getting off the schneid here, getting one home. Bregman, second hit of the day, solid single to center. Now he rips this double right down the third base line. And he cash in that triple from Ramirez. Too bad we weren't playing next basket wins.
Yeah, man. Man at second, 2 down, ball 1 to Michael Busch, who's got an infield single in 3 trips.
We found out today from a friend of Michael's, his old roommate at North Carolina, that he was a walk-on at UNC. I didn't realize that.
And he was a messy roommate. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Rajic gets the strikeout.
In the first row of the left field bleachers, the Cutwater Corner includes a snack and beverage package along with incredible views of the game and a lively bleacher atmosphere. For details, visit Cubs.com/premier. See how lively? See how lively they are out there?
They are lively.
There they are. There it is. Cutwater Corner.
Gavin Hollowell and delivers outside. We're in the 8th. There are the numbers for the lanky right-hander.
And just a handful of appearances for Gavin. One of, where we have 30 pitchers used by the Cubs this year.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Drew Pomerantz has just joined the club, so maybe one more when he gets in there. Let's see, Carson Kelly or somebody pitched the 9th inning.
In the air, Ramirez. Well, the Cubs with 7 strikeouts today to help AbbVie's Striking Out Cancer Initiative. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. One down, and it'll bring up J.J. Weatherholt. J.J. Weatherholt's a Mountaineer, J.D.
Oh, that's right. Taylor did a hit during the College World Series talking about his contribution to the Mountaineers.
Sure did. You remember the contribution?
Was it sunglasses?
Sunglasses,
Yeah.
100% sunglasses. But they were special because they had the MLB logo on them. And if you're just, we call it Gen Pop, general population, can't buy them. You have to be a major league player. So it was special because he was, as a major league player, was able to send all the players special ones.
Yeah, I would have, when I was in college, if somebody had hooked us up with some major league sunglasses, that would have been cool.
Yeah, man. When I hear Gen Pop, the first thing I think of is prison.
That's right, yeah.
It's really used more when you're going to a concert or something. Like you're either VIP or Gen Pop.
Ah, okay.
Center field.
You wouldn't know, JD. You're never Gen Pop.
No.
I'm never VIP.
That's not true, JD. You're VIP wherever you go.
Jim VIP Deshays.
Gen Pop. Tarps off Gen Pop. Jimmy Crooks. HBP.
Jimmy Crooks is like, I waited all day to get into the game for that. One pitch and it drills him in the leg. I think that's the third hit batter here today.
JD, can I read the Felco?
Yeah,
thing?
feel free. Go ahead.
Fans, Cubs in 15. It's presented by Felco, your morning highlight reel of today's game. Catch it tomorrow at 8, 9, or 10 a.m. or stream it anytime on the Marquee app or YouTube. I would do it tomorrow because there's, just great stuff from us. But the game.
Yeah, that might be a very short highlight reel tomorrow.
So, okay, we've talked about this on the air before, but I was out in the bleachers and this wonderful young woman got engaged moments before I met her. And she was so nice, and I wish them the best. But this is a tough one, 17 to 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Where did it start for you guys? Well, let me tell you about the time.
Oh.
I wonder if the proposer had some second thoughts about popping the question when the home team was down by 2 touchdowns.
Oh my gosh. Or did it go the other way? Was it, just had it in his pocket and then got a couple in him and was like, you know what?
Got a couple in him. Yeah, we're not having a lot of fun today, so let's get engaged.
Let's get engaged.
Maybe it's like rain on your wedding day. They say that's good luck.
Good luck.
Maybe this is actually good luck.
17 to 1 on your engagement day. It's good luck.
Listen, don't they say if you love them at their worst, you can love them at their best?
Good point.
Yes. There you go, Taylor. That is drilled to center. Dean is back and he makes the grab. Welcome back. It's our game summary. It's presented to you by Wintrust. And, oh boy, 17-1 as Mason Wynn knocked in 4. Big game for Nathan Church with a 3-run homer and a couple of nice catches, and a tough day for David Peterson.
This big lead allows Ollie Marmol an opportunity to reset his bullpen. They used a bunch of different guys yesterday in their game in Atlanta. And they probably have some tired arms out there, but Rajic will likely take this one to the house for him. In so doing, could pick up a save. Jordan Wicks got the save the other day for the Cubs in the 23-2 win over the Padres. If you pitch 3 innings and finish the game, regardless of the score, your team wins, you pick up a save.
Third base, and Jordan tosses to Pages, 1 away. Here's Kevin Alcantara now.
Go ahead, Jaguar. Went over the wall. Give the people something to get excited about.
Are you a Jaguar guy?
As opposed to Jaguar? Jag. Now you got me thinking about it.
You get people from across the pond who are Jaguar.
Yeah, I'm not a Jaguar.
You have people that it's split. You're a Jaguar or a Jaguar?
Jaguar. I try to blend the wire and the R.
Yeah. I'm a war. I'm not a wire.
It's hard to get wire out of that, the spelling of that word.
Yes. But people do it.
Mm-hmm. Apparently I did.
Yeah, you did. This is where we are when it's 17-1.
What about the fellas out there in Jersey with the Jersey boys with the
founding fathers hats?
Yeah. What are they going to go with?
Oh yeah, they're Jaguar.
She put it all together. Jaguar.
Are you potato or potato?
Nobody's potato.
That's what I said. Why do we always use that reference? I have yet to meet somebody who says potato or tomato.
That's drilled out towards left field. And the grab made by Torres.
I've heard tomato.
My late grandmothers used to say it.
Tomato, yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor, you're familiar with the song, yeah?
This song?
No, not this song. No, the tomato.
No.
Potato song.
I'm not.
No, well, there you
What?
go. You have to Google that.
Yeah.
It's an old song.
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing up.
Yes.
That's the thing. She's furiously Googling away down there. Open up another page next to your Germany Schaefer intel.
Horner gets under this one. And Church pulls it down. We're heading to the 9th. And here at Wrigley, it's 17-1.
Buddy, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com, from official jerseys and memorabilia. That's right. To hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear.
Drew Pomerantz into the game. This one into right field. Seiya Suzuki.
Well, we always talk about a player benefiting from a change of scenery. In this instance, maybe Drew will benefit from a return to Chicago after struggling with the Angels. 23 innings there, and an ERA of 5.01. See the strikeout rate way down. Asked the counsel about him earlier today. Say, the curveball has not been very effective for him this year, so that's something they're going to try to tighten up.
So I mentioned that my mom's mom would say tomato sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Called her nanny. Her husband, I'd play catch with him. And he'd go out for a mound visit, and he would say, I can still remember as a kid having to, this is how I learned what this word meant, but he would come to the mound and he would say, consultation.
So you were like pitching in Little League or something?
I was just pitching him in the backyard.
Oh, and he would come to the mound.
He would come to the mound. I was pitching to him.
Like you were playing catch, and you were spraying it around a little bit.
Spraying it around. He'd be mound visit, and Pop would come out to the mound. He'd be like, consultation.
That's awesome.
2-2. On the ground to short. Nico gathers it in. It's fun to see Drew back, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, he was just such a great story last year. He enjoyed it so much. Being part of that team. He pitched so well.
Yeah, his time with the Cubs last year, the first time he'd been in the big league since 2021.
It's amazing.
So you get into your mid-30s and you're stuck in the minor leagues for a while and you've dealt with injuries. You start to wonder, will I ever get back? And not only did he get back, but he got back and pitched at a very high level. Thomas Andrew Pomerantz.
We're going to find out about his glove, right? It was a beef company that supplied him once Nike stopped making baseball gloves. He gets his glove. His deal was, I think they send him like a couple of pounds of Wagyu beef and they make his mitts for him.
I do remember that story.
Yeah. Towards first, Michael Bush. Good to have you back, Drew Pomerantz. Depot working on a win. That's right. Since 1901. How about largest comeback? 9 runs done twice. September 28, 1930 and August 29, 1989 against the Astros.
Which immediately leads me to go to Google and make sure I wasn't pitching that day that the Astros blew a 9-0 lead. I was not.
By the way, in the 23-22 loss, they did erase a 12-run deficit but lost the game.
Yeah, the game in '89, the Astros led 9-0 after 5. Before the Cubs rallied.
Ryan Stanek is into the game, Jim.
Yeah, he's just off the paternity list. The long-haired, hard-throwing right-hander. 35 games, 31 2/3 in the ERA, a little above 5.
Fly ball right field. Walker. JD, when are we back together?
Tuesday in Baltimore.
Okay. I'm going to Baltimore.
Baltimore because yeah, Fox has got tomorrow's game.
Yep.
Sunday is the Peacock game.
And that's with Alex Cohen and Mark Sweetie and Taylor McGregor.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be in Baltimore. Don't forget about me.
Okay. We got Monday's an off day and then the 3-game set with Baltimore.
Maybe we can go eat some crab together.
Yeah, I think so. Crab cakes and watch a little football.
Soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah.
And then after Baltimore, we go to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
All-star break time.
Taylor, you going to Cincinnati?
I'm opting out of Cincinnati. No, I have other things going on, so I won't be there. Elise will be there.
Okay. Elise Menaker in Cincinnati.
Taylor has beef with the Natty.
I mean, are we going to go there?
No,
on live TV?
No, that's all I said. You can deny, you can confirm, you can.
I love Tom Waddle, and he's from Cincinnati. Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Tom Waddle's the best.
He's so great, hilarious.
But their chili is terrible.
The
Seagulls are ready.
Like,
yeah. Even the Seagulls know they put cinnamon in their chili. Stanek gets Kelly, and there's 2 down.
Wasn't it? There was one of those kids movies with the seagulls? Nemo or Mermaid? One of those. Finding Nemo, the seagulls.
Keep swimming, Dory.
You know, they all fly into like the sail of the. I don't know. Those seagulls are well behaved. They're waiting. The rest of these seagulls are just kind of flying around the ballpark. And these guys have just started early. A number of people have left, as you might expect, but more remain than you would expect.
People have stayed, Ray. Ramirez back in, awaiting a 2-2 from Stanek. And that one is caught out of the air at first, and that's your ball game. All Cardinals here in the opener of this 3-game series, 4th of July weekend, and the fireworks belong to the Redbirds.
Yeah, we caught a break with the weather, but that was about it for the Cubs today. The Cardinals jumped all over David Peterson early and just continued to pile on throughout the game. They've done 14, 15 balls, 100 miles per hour or harder today. They were just all over Cubs pitching here this afternoon. But you know what? It's only one game. You throw it in the trash and come out tomorrow night and get after it.
For Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm Boog Shelby. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final: Cardinals win it 17-1. Tomorrow's game will be at 7 p.m. on Fox, Sundays at 1:30 on Peacock. Have a great 4th of July. And our post game with Cole Wright and Elise Menaker comes your way right now. Let's send it to Cole Wright.
Thank you very much, Boog. The Cubs, the first team in big league history to have a 20-run victory and then lose by double digits, Elise. Not the distinction you want.
Baseball's a humbling game, isn't it? So, yeah, not David Peterson's day, and they kind of got off to a bad start there, and after that, there was really no recovering. So
that's right.
That's how it went.
When baseball baseballs, we'll tell you all about it. That's next right here on Cubs Post Game Live.